Now we'll see sequencing circuit by using a sequence valve. Okay, so here all sequence is same as in the previous case. We have seen cylinder 1 should extend first, then cylinder 2 extend, cylinder 2 retracts, and then cylinder 1 retracts. So here sequencing valve we will use here. In the previous video we have seen the sequencing circuit using pressure relief valve. Now sequence valve is nothing but a valve which is having two outlets. Okay, so for example this is the sequence valve. So here sequence valve will have one inlet and two outlets. So two outlets will be like this, and here the pilot signal for this sequence circuit will should come from your inlet line. Okay, so this is the inlet line, this is your outlet, let us say outlet 2, and this one is outlet 1. So normally how it will work I will show you first. So normally inlet is connected to outlet 1. So now inlet is connected to outlet 1 in normal condition. When pressure will get increased in this line, then this sequence valve will open and inlet will be connected to outlet 2. Okay, so normally inlet will be connected to outlet 1, and after increasing the pressure inlet will be connected to outlet 2. Okay, so in this way the sequence valve will work. Now we'll use this sequence valve to for in the sequencing circuit. Okay, so here in the sequencing circuit, suppose we are having two cylinders. I will draw first two cylinders here. So let us call here cylinder 1 is there, and one more cylinder we need here, cylinder 2. Okay, so two cylinders are there. Let us call this cylinder as cylinder 1 and this cylinder as cylinder 2, and both the cylinders are double acting cylinder. Now here we need a DCV, direction control valve. So direction control valve will install here. So 3 position, 4 ports DCV, 4/3 direction control valve we will use. First position, in the second position all ports are closed. In the third position pump is connected to line B and line A is connected to the tank. Now here we will show the pump. Here tank should be there, here pressure relief valve, again tank should be there. This is your pilot signal which is coming from inlet line, and here it is a spring. Okay, so now this and this line goes to the tank. Okay, now we'll connect. Now our sequence is cylinder 1 should move first. Okay, so you should connect. Here we need two sequence valves. So first we will supply the fluid to the cylinder 1. So here I will draw a sequence valve first. Here this is a sequence valve, this is inlet of the sequence valve, this is outlet 2 and this is outlet 1, and this is a pilot signal for the sequence valve. Now second sequence valve we will use here. So I will draw first the second sequence valve also. So two sequence valve we need here. This is inlet, let us call outlet 1 here, outlet 2, and here outlet 1. Okay, so inlet will be connected to outlet 1 initially, and when pressure will get increased outlet 2 will be open. So now we have to supply this fluid directly to the cylinder 1. So from this sequence valve we'll supply the fluid. So I am connecting this line directly to the cylinder 1. Okay, now when DCV is in first position, fluid from the pump goes to sequence valve, and as it is directly open, this inlet is directly open to outlet 1, and directly without any problem the fluid directly goes to cylinder 1, and piston 1 starts extending. When piston 1 reaches the extreme position in this line, pressure will get increased, and as the pressure is increased, this sequence valve will sense the pressure here and it will change the position. It will open this outlet 2 also. Okay, so inlet will be opened in outlet 2, and outlet 2 we are connecting to the second cylinder. Okay, now fluid from the pump will be supplied to cylinder 2, and cylinder piston 2 starts extending. When piston 2 reaches the extreme position, then in this line as well as in this line already pressure is increased in this line. Now in this line also pressure will get increased, and here complete pressure will get increased. And then after that this relief valve will open, and it will allow the fluid to flow from the pump to the tank directly. So fluid will flow here only. Okay, fluid will not come here, because here already the pressure will get increased. Pressure is already increased. Okay, so here in that case only this relief valve will open. Here, sorry, here spring return should be there. Here spring should be there, because when the pressure will get reduced because of the spring force, sequence valve should be closed. Yeah. Now here the forward motion is complete, we have completed. In the reverse motion, what happened? In the reverse motion, first we need to retract cylinder 2. Okay, so cylinder we should supply the fluid to cylinder 2, and piston 2 should retract first, and then after piston 2 completely retract, then piston 1 should retract. Okay, so in this way our sequence is there. So we will supply here directly the fluid to this sequence valve. Okay, and sequence valve now normally opened here, so this line will connect here. Okay, so now when DC is in third position, your pump is connected to line B, and line A is connected to the tank. Okay, so your pump line is connected to line B. Here this is your line B, this is line A. So your fluid from the pump through this line B goes to the sequence valve, and then it will enter to the piston end of the cylinder. Piston starts retracting. Sorry, this is rod end. It will enter to the rod end of the cylinder, and piston 2 retracts. Okay, now piston 2 reaches the extreme position here. In that case, the pressure in this line will get increased, and it will sense by the sequence valve, and the sequence valve will open this outlet 2, and after that this outlet 2 will connect to cylinder 1. Okay, so now this outlet 2 will be open, and he will supply the fluid to cylinder 1, and then cylinder 1 retracts. Okay, so when fluid is entering to the piston rod end of the cylinder 1, piston 1 will retracts. When piston 1 reaches the extreme position, now again in this line the pressure will get increased, and here in this line B is connected to the pump. So in the pump line the pressure will get increased. In that case this relief valve will open, and fluid from the pump through this relief valve goes to the tank. Now we'll talk about the return fluid. When piston 1 is moving in forward direction, the return fluid from this rod end will come here. Okay, and here it is normally closed sequence valve, so return fluid cannot move here unless and until the return fluid will not come out from the cylinder. Piston cannot move. Okay, so you have to provide some arrangement here for the return fluid. So in addition of this sequence valve, we should provide here a check valve, or you can call it as a non-return valve. So here we will install a non-return valve parallel to the sequence valve, and will connect here. So this is your non-return valve, and the direction of the non-return valve should be like this. So it will allow the fluid to flow in this direction. Okay, so the return fluid from cylinder 1 through this check valve goes to the tank. Okay, now we'll talk about the return fluid from piston 2. Okay, so when cylinder 2, when piston 2 starts extending, in that case the return fluid from this rod end of the cylinder 2 should go to the tank, but here the sequence valve is there. Okay, so in parallel to this sequence valve we should provide here a check valve. Okay, so one check valve will provide here. So the return fluid from this cylinder 2 through this check valve goes to the tank. Yeah, so in this way the return fluid will goes to the tank. Now we'll talk about the retracting motion. When cylinder piston 2 retracts, so the return fluid or the fluid from this piston end of the cylinder 2 should go to the tank, but here the sequence valve is there, and sequence valve will not allow the fluid to flow from outlet to inlet. So in addition of the sequence valve, you have to provide here a check valve. Okay, so parallel to this sequence valve, we will provide here a check valve. will connect here, and through this check valve the fluid will flow to the tank. Okay, so now here the fluid will flow to the tank. Fluid will come here at line A, and line A is connected to the tank, so return fluid goes to the tank through this check valve. Then we'll talk about the cylinder 2 retracting. Okay, so when cylinder 2 is retracting, the fluid from this piston side of the cylinder 1 should go to the tank, but here the sequence valve is there. So in parallel to this sequence valve, we have to provide here a check valve. So here we are providing one more check valve. Yes, so parallel to this sequence valve, we are providing a check valve. So the return fluid from this piston end of cylinder 1 through this check valve come here to the line A, and line A is connected to the tank, so will goes to the tank. In this way your sequencing circuit will work by using a sequence valve. Hope you all have understood. Thank you.